A note on Easter. Today they celebrate Easter. Yeah, not as atheist. But if you hear loud drums and rather terrible music, it's because, in part, because of Easter. Otherwise, there are other reasons. But we're talking about The Kiss of the Spider Woman, a fantastic, excellent movie. William Hurt, Luis Molina in the film, winner of the Academy Award for Best Actor in a leading role for this special movie. Also nominated for Best Director, Hector Babenco, excellent Brazilian filmmaker. Best film, Raul Julia, the late regretted Raul Julia, is Valentin, a political prisoner, locked in the same cell in Brazil during the dictatorship, which they experienced there. Most countries in Latin America and elsewhere had this. We had a dictatorship, not military per se, the communist one. Big difference. Not really. That's part of the point. And in many ways, they couldn't be more different. I have a dictator here behind my back. So, sorry for that. Putting holes not through my skin, but my clothes. Um, Valentin is a prisoner because he has strong beliefs. He believes in liberty, and he fights. He's a dissident. He's fighting for what he believes in. While his colleague seems to be a more shallow individual, but he may experience an epiphany. He may have a transformation. He's gay, so they're both in many ways suffering for things they shouldn't be. It was a time when in most parts of the world homosexuality was punished. That's true. It's changing, even if there will be states. Saudi Arabia comes to mind, where that's still very dangerous, as well as for dissidents, political prisoners. You can find in China, of course, and in many places. So an interesting bond is created between the two of them. If in the beginning they have quite different takes, quite different attitudes towards many things. For instance, the Molina, the gay character, is telling his would-be friend, they would become friends later on, about two films he enjoyed, and he is in fact interested in stories which are not for him, so to say, to admire, because he is in the film, he is enchanted with a Nazi officer, with a Nazi character, and the political prisoner has to tell him, look, it's not in these words, but it's stupid of you to admire a Nazi. I mean, Nazis persecuted and killed millions of Jews, and gay. So he's infatuated with his enemy, so to say. And if at the start they have opposite points of view, and they will still have many differences, of course, in time they will gradually become very close to each other. Perhaps even they may even have coitus together. I'm not sure about that, but there is slowly on this level, because there are many layers. That's what makes this film challenging, interesting, thought-provoking, because there are many layers, emotional, physical, and so on. It's also a story with complicated aspects, in that the warden of the prison wants Molina to betray his friend now, the political prisoner. They want to spy on him, and it gets to a climax I will not speak about, but it's very dangerous for both of them.